What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Hey yo, 30 years later, Illmatic was dropped. Yeah, man, what the about to
Hey yo, Prince, chill. I got the rhymes, you got the beats.
Alright.
30 years later, we back in the streets, we back in the lab.
Alright then. Let's go, Nas.
It's time. It's album time.
At the convergence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers, we're in the football town of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at Acrisure Stadium. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off from Acrisure. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Quinshon Judkins. Up to the races, middle of the field. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner. 100%.
And to do it on the Browns, to prove what a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Return starts from the goal line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Jalen Wright gets it for the first time. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's stopped. Stopped by the 5th overall pick in this year's draft. That was Mason Graham.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Taking a shot deep here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Air it out on 3rd. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up. And, partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right. And I know it's very, very early, obviously, the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Let's go. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, there's way too much risk for that reward.
Here's Judkins on second down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
It's Sanders out of the pistol. Short pass brought in. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. And this is Schmidt for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Chooses to bring this one out. Not much on that. Should have kept it in the end zone. Tackles made it the 15-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Hand off, running left, right. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's second and 8. Out of the gun, Howard. It's caught. This is Jalen Wright. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30.
12 yards. That's good for us Steelers. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Howard. Able to find Wright. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First and 10 now from the 46. Operating from the gun, here's Howard. Caught by Washington, left side. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Goes to the hurry up here.
That's another Steelers first down.
Wright running out of the gun. Didn't sell the draw enough, but he pays the price. He's headed the wrong direction, backs him up for second down.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Howard now to throw. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
So after that prior incompletion, it's third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. There it is, touchdown Pittsburgh! The Steelers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown.
The Steelers will line up.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the 2-point pass falls incomplete. They tried to get aggressive, but it doesn't work.
14. Steelers 6.
Now Boswell on to send this away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Play action, Sanders. That's the rookie from Texas hauling it in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs. They've got 1st down here from the 36. A give left side, Judkins. Now he's past the 25. And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns make it a 14-point game here in the 1st. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its 2nd. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. And he has made this a habit this season. That's his 10th rushing touchdown so far. And the point after is good by Schmidt. The Browns lead by 15 now. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. They'll go play action. Howard. Throw ready. On the turf. Ball's out. He lost it. And the offense recovers. They can still advance it. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
On 1st down, Howard. Chased out to his right. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Going again here. Howard. Right, wheels it in. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
All set now. 1st and 10. He's going to throw it again. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
2nd and 10 now. Howard. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
In the red zone on 1st. He rolls to his right. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. To the air, Howard. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers make it a 9-point game. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. 2-point conversion coming for the Steelers and Howard.
The Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They're throwing it. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a one-score game once again.
Steelers 14.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
19, Charger,
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. Catch made over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Throw right side, caught by Cannon. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. A 28-yard pickup there. And that's a Browns 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made by Dylan Sampson. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. 21-14, our score. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break.
ready, set.
Ready to go with the 2nd quarter. And it's the Browns with it inside the red zone.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Sampson. He's going to be driven backwards. Looks like he's at the 8. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's close, Brock, but it looks like he's out just a little bit short. A good effort, but now they've got a choice to make on 4th down.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
On the jump.
4th down and inches, just too tempting to pass up. They're going to go for it.
Tag.
And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And they stop it. No touchdown, no 1st down. That's a turnover on downs near the end zone.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. The defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line. Man, were they ever ready for it. Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
And this gets them well away from danger as he is up past their 20. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Howard. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Browns get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
Judkins. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
On the set.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Red.
Slot man
Red.
motioned over.
1918.
They go to him again. And he does not get in. They stop him at the 1. Can't manage positive yardage there, and it leaves them with 3rd and goal.
All I can really say about that one, Kate, at least he managed to make it out of the end zone. Now staring at a 3rd down at your own 1. Yikes.
Ready.
Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal.
Ready.
Judkins. And this is going to end behind the line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on 4th and goal. I think we both sensed it as the play was developing, Brock. It didn't look like either guy wanted the football, and you can see why with how well it played out defensively.
Yeah, there's 2 looks as a quarterback you hate to see on your teammate's face. When you throw your receiver into coverage and he gets smacked, and then when you pitch it out to the running back and he gets the negative yards on his stat sheet, yeah, that's one the quarterback's got to rectify.
What are you doing?
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return, the Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. On play action, here's Howard. He's got a man left. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So 1st down from the 41. Howard looking to pass. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns take over on his 5th interception of the season. They've helped them get this early lead, Brock, and they are just continuing to do their part to try to push this game further out of reach.
Yep, stepping on the gas. That's twice in a row now. Interceptions the last 2 drives. Now this offense has an opportunity to continue to build momentum and build on this lead.
That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Ready, ready.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Judkins. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Crack all 80.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Acrisure Stadium in just a moment. First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another game to Judkins. Running in the red zone. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Schmidt tacks on that extra point. And the Browns take a 3-possession lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. And they're going to keep moving forward. Brought down inside the opposing 30. Give him 38 on that one. And the Steelers have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Out of the gun, Howard. Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And they're going to get to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And he even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. They're going play action. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Now, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I say this as well. In the NFL, you throw in coverage too many times, there's more interceptions. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Howard to throw on 4th. And he will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers chop some of the lead off before the half. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. 3-touchdown game for the rookie. That's pretty good in your debut season, Brock. But then you look at the clock and you see, oh wait, we still have a whole half of football to play.
Yes, when some of that psychology comes into play, don't just be satisfied. You can look at it one of 2 ways. I'm satisfied with what I've done. And you look at it and go, I got another half. I can throw 3 more of these babies.
So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Sanders. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. Will take over just outside the red zone as he goes out of bounds.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, you should have seen me as a running back and wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Running from the gun with Wright. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. The Steelers calling their first time out. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Here's Howard. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
Remember numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. You keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Viking 18. Viking 18. Undercross. Take go.
Howard to throw. Throw is caught. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's 2nd down.
And there's heat. That blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Cougar 19. Dragon 60. 18. 18.
Throwing now. Howard. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Right now it's Howard in the offense, preparing to go for 2 more. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he makes the catch in the end zone. And that 2-point try trims the deficit to 1. That is their 3rd conversion this game. They haven't been shy on the confidence to go for it or to back it up once it's snapped.
I love that word, confidence. And I love being in a huddle and you can feel it. When you're on offense, it feels like you can't be stopped. You can't wait to say, ready, break. No matter what the situation or circumstance is, in 3 conversions, that's job well done.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
70 Timberwolf. Dragon 60. Go.
Back to throw it. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Now he already has himself 1 interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
That's good for a gain of 5. Making that stop, the Central Michigan rookie Dante Kent. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our 2nd half. From his own end zone, here we go. And he dodged the tackle. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
This is right. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Offense to the line fast. Now Howard to throw. The Browns get there and take him down. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Howard now, 3rd and long. That's caught. He's got Washington. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. Pick up there of 39 yards. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. 79 Bronco.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's him on a quick hitter. He gets it up a little shy of midfield. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Howard looking to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
Okay, can I be honest with you about something right here? I'm really curious about young quarterbacks when they struggle. And there's part of me that, yeah, this isn't great. He's going through tremendous adversity. But I love that he continues to be aggressive.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. He just did.
Working downfield, and Fannin has it. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. With Sanders out of the pistol. Finds him on the crossing route. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
To the end zone, but incomplete. He couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. He's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, here's Sanders. This one's caught. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, give your quarterback a chance.
Just a yard away on 3rd and goal. Here's the jumbo package.
Come on. Set. Cougar 19.
Sneak here, Sanders. And he gets in, touchdown! The Browns push their lead further to start the half. And this is Schmidt for the extra point.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns grow their lead to 8.
38. Steelers 30.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone, so we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it, 1st and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. Give him 24 on that play. And the Steelers have a 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Throwing the out route, complete. And he gets him the first partner, but they are already acting like this one's not going to stand. Let's listen. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Shotgun snap here to Howard. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
18 Cardinal, Hawk 7, Hawk 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Mustang 19. Warrior 70, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Throwing here, Howard. He'll put everything he's got behind it. And he's got it in close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers shrinking the lead some in the third.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
2-point conversion coming for the Steelers and Howard.
Let's
The
go now.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing from the gun. Catches it at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. That ties this game up.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Hold it ready.
Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Sanders. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Intended for
Trying to get it to Harold Fanning Jr. with that one. And now it's second down.
second and 10.
This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Shotgun handoff here for Judkins. Free up the middle. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And it looks like, yes, they say Steeler football.
You know, Kate, this is one of those circumstances where it's all about the finish. What a terrific run. A huge play, a chunk play on the ground. You got to finish. You got to finish with ball security. He doesn't, and he gives the ball away.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number one is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Out of the gun. Howard. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. Hits the 20. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Boswell on to send this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35.
Okay,
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Sanders. Is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds, but what a great play there, Brock. He's got him into field goal range. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Browns first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
That's caught. Here's Quinshon Judkins. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into first and goal.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Let's go now.
From the red zone on first. Brought in. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up second and goal.
Looking out of the gun, Sanders. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns cut it to 1 late in the third. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, first and 10. Now a run with Wright. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
First down. First and goal at the
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. Could take the lead with a field goal, Brock, but thinking touchdown here as they get set up first and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Right again. And he is into the end zone for a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers take a fourth quarter lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. After up and good for Boswell. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Just content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Nice field position here for the Browns as they start out first and 10. Here's Judkins to begin the drive. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. Sanders back to throw. Taken in by Fannin. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 6. And it's
third down run from Judkins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Desperation time here. That one's caught. Judy has it. And he's officially in the enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Caught by his running back, Judkins. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. Here's Sanders now. Oh, put some heat on this deep. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've got him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's Howard, 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Going again here, Howard. He's trying to push the field. They did it. He made the interception. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Browns have some new life in the 4th.
That's just a bad decision, frankly. It really is a quarterback in this moment of the game. You got to know it's not a time to take a risk. Cannot be throwing out life preservers and giving that other team, your opponent, a chance like he just did.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Deputy! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
On 1st down, here's Sanders. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen.
And he's in. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
We've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Here's a give for Wright. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
70 Lion! Mustang 19! Cup 19! Cup 19! 19 type! 19 type!
going with right. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
60 by 6, 60 by 6. Ready?
On first down, Howard. Able to find right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Second and 3 now.
Ready? Not Cougar 19.
Here's a give inside to right. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Looking to throw. Got a lock behind this one. Downfield it goes. Oh, my goodness, it's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. Cleveland about ready to go. Here's first and 10. Starting on the ground here with Sampson. Works it past the 20. Gets up the edge to the 35. And he's all the way into enemy territory, officially at the 49. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset. So the big play gets him just beyond midfield. It's first down. It's Sampson running out of the gun. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war in field days. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Here he is to throw. That one is complete to Fannin. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. It's a pickup of 26. And that's a Browns first down.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Crack roll 80.
Give, here's Judkins. And they're going to be humbled here on first down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The Steelers calling their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They break the huddle. It's second down now.
Ready?
He'll look to throw it. Headed out right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds. So the clock stops, and they can set up now for a potential game-winning field goal try.
Took some effort, took some rallying to the ball late, but they got him down before he could move the chains. I expect there a little sense of relief on that defensive sidelines that play didn't hurt them even more.
Need to keep this drive going. Here's 4th and inches.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Looking to throw it. And that's incomplete in the end zone. Could have been 6 points, but as that one falls, Brock, instead just a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Setting up to pass. He's looking deep once again. Big gain downfield. Fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone, so the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw. Finds his man over the middle. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44s. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. In quite the time crunch here, Brock, but still 2 timeouts to burn. It's first down. They'll go play action for Sanders. Complete to the right side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They manage 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route to catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go.
To the air on first down. Sanders. Throw left side. Finds Finn. This is down all the way to the 3. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket.
Positive yardage is positive yardage, and he gets what he can before protecting himself and getting out of bounds. But it still leaves him a little bit short of the first on what looked like a broken play.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1.
Let's go. Blocking 18. Let's go.
He's going to keep this one. And it's not over yet. They score here in the final minutes, and now they can tie or even win this game right here.
I don't think that defense was ready for that kind of push at the point of attack. I think they were thinking outside run, play action, but they get gutted, and they get gutted right up the middle.
1 final second on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. Coach did not hesitate there. He held up those 2 fingers right away. They're going to try for this win.
Hot 70, hot 70. Ready.
1 final shot here. This is caught. Oh, he gets them 2 points, and with those, they've got the lead.
Steelers 59.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. Here he goes, 1 final shot. Trying to push deep downfield. It's intercepted. That will do it. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play. And the Browns come up with the interception that clinches the win. So the Browns will take this win home with them. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there at the end to steal away the last bits of hope from the opposing sideline with that interception, Brock, and officially end this game. So that's it for us here. Brock Huard, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Browns as we say so long from Pittsburgh.